It's my 8 years. I pressed 24 hours ago, not 24 hours. 8 years ago, I was living in this little apartment in Irvine. I remember that day so weird, like so clearly. I've talked about it a lot. It's just like a random day, but like I just remember the feeling of like wanting to do something. It was such a weird feeling. I didn't even really watch streams or hadn't ever, but the funny thing is, the day I started streaming was the first day I ever had the thought to start streaming. Like on February 20th, I had never thought about streaming. It was just like, okay, cool, streamers exist. I knew that because my roommate was watching Becca a lot. But like the day I thought to start streaming was the day I started it. Like I didn't put any thought into it.
A few moments later.
The day that I thought to start streaming was that day, because yeah, I remember everything vividly. I woke up that day, my roommates, 8 years ago today, I woke up, my roommates, Billy, Alex, and Raymond were not home. They all had gone home to their home because they were all from the same hometown. So they all coordinated the day to go back home and hang out with their like high school friends. So I wake up and I have nothing on my schedule that day. I didn't have tutoring. So I was like thinking, wow, what to do today. And then I cooked a steak, or I marinated some meat the night before. So I was like, I'm going to cook my marinated steak. So I took out a pan and I put it on the stove. I turned on the heat and I had like the stove. And then I put the pan on the thing and I set the marinated thing. It was like in a plastic container with all my marinated meat. And I put it down on the stove, like just like put out of the way. And then like I realized after, I was like, okay, it's time to put it on. I look at the meat and I smelled something. And I realized I had put the marinated meat in the plastic thing on a hot stove.
Bruh.
And so the entire bottom of the plastic little Tupperware melted. All of it went into the stove and underneath. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like it was like one of those white tops with like a stove, like a thing coming out. It went, all of the marinated meat and marinade dripped down underneath the thing. Like it's like impossible to clean. It's like it's not one of those like open like top. It's like closed. So like there's a hole and then the fire comes out and then you put, so it went underneath. So I was like, so that was how my day started 8 years ago. The plastic melted. I was so tilted. I forgot what I did. I just cleaned it like as much as I could. It was like, wow, this is great. Love my life. Probably heated up some Trader Joe's dumplings that day because that's what I lived on. Chobani yogurt and Trader Joe's dumplings were the best. Okay. And the Indian food from Trader Joe's. So good. Don't let her cook. Don't let her cook. Who let her cook? So technically we're celebrating 8 years since that day too. But something else happened that day. It was a little more exciting. Then I was thinking to myself, today is a day where I want to do something productive. I had like this epiphany.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, and then I was like, wow, I have this epiphany. I gotta do this thing. I gotta do something today. So I thought about making a YouTube channel that day. And I had tried YouTube in the past. You guys know. I tried to make like educational chemistry videos. I had tried to do singing videos. I tried all that stuff and I was like, oh, this is not working. This is embarrassing. This is just embarrassing. So I stopped all that. So YouTube was like instantly, I was like, I've kind of tried YouTube. So my first thought, so I tried. I thought I did something with that Photoshop video, okay? The Photoshop video, my personal favorite. Okay. Is this considered cyberbullying? So, anyway, I literally set myself up to be bullied. Isn't that crazy? So I thought about YouTube and I was like, no, YouTube ain't it. Because I've been there, done that. So what I decided to do was I decided to Twitch. That's when I was like, I'm gonna make a Twitch stream. So I Googled. I remember I had a little MacBook, and back then I really liked Razer because like that's the first kind of brand you get. Like back then, I don't know, 2015. Sorry, HyperX, I love you so much, and I'm a HyperX girl through and through now. I'm just saying, back in the day, the first thing I saw was like, oh my god, if I'm a gamer, I'm getting Razer products. Like, you know what I mean? They're just so out there with like, you know, and the funny thing is, my mom had a Razer mechanical keyboard, and I remember looking at it and going, Mom, what is that thing? And she's like, I don't know, Daddy got it for me. And I was like, the heck? It looks like it's from the future. And it had all these like blocky chunks, and I was like typing on it. It was like. Then I became a gamer, found out about Razer, went home, and I was like, Mom, you're using a gaming keyboard. And she's like, I don't know, I like it. And so my mom had been using it. I don't think anymore, but back in the day, she was gaming without even knowing. So that day, so back then, right, I was already gaming. I was playing League of Legends every day. It was my life, League of Legends. Okay, I wake up, League, practice my CS, learn my new champions, watch TSM, go to their subreddit for League of Legends every day, r/League of Legends. What's the drama, okay? What happened in the CLG versus TSM match? Rush hour, bot lane, what is going on? Okay, because that was all I cared about. And I watched Cutie and Ray's stream recently, and I found out that Cutie was kind of the same, and a lot of us like kind of were the same. We got like, League got us into everything, and we were like big fans of like the scene, like the LCS scene and stuff. But like, you know, back in the day, I mean, that's just like a lot. I don't know. It was really fun to watch back then. It was like there was really intense rivalries and storylines, and it was like peak gaming. You know, it was good.
One eternity later.
So then, right, I'm like, all right, here we go, twitch.tv. So I made a Twitch account. So if you ever check the age of my Twitch account, it says February 21st, 2015. And then it began. I Googled how to use OBS, how to stream, download OBS. Okay, OBS Studio, download OBS Studio. And then I kind of just went live. I like used my MacBook camera, MacBook, pressed go live, only one screen. So I was just staring. I think I opened up League of Legends. Hey, honey, League of Legends. And I just sat there, and someone wrote in the comments like, that awkward moment when it's your first stream or something. It's like that awkward moment.